So today we are starting a new challenge that I'm calling Blueprint Builds. The idea with this is that I get a blueprint on the internet of an actual home that is designed by an actual person, and I try to put it together not only with the floor plan, but also kind of match the style. Now this is going to be really hard for me in a lot of ways. If you're new here, I'm very much a maximalist in The Sims. I get really detailed with my builds. I spend hours, days on one build just trying to get every little thing just right. So it's going to be really hard for me to finish something that looks to me very unfinished. Because I take so much time on my builds, I have a lot of time in between actually building a shell of a home or something to that effect, since I spend so much time on the design aspect. This will be a fun challenge for me to do somewhat regularly. That way I just get more practice building in and of itself. I came across this Craftsman-style home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, and I just think the layout would be kind of simple. So let's dive into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna draw like a very long line down the side. This is kind of what we're starting with, right? I don't know the parameters. Proportions are super weird in The Sims. It'll be interesting to see how this comes across. I can already tell I'm probably going to need to adjust this. So we can put our like front porch area here, I think. I'm just gonna block it off as an actual room just so we can see what it's gonna look like. So we'll bring these down. There's a seating room off the wraparound. I think I have to go out one more. I don't want it to go back that far, I don't think. Like, I think right there is probably good. There's a little bit of an entryway, so I'm gonna put one tile in. We'll go ahead and connect this to cut that off as the garage. I can already tell this is a little too wide. What if we bring this in one tile, connect that there? Oh man, what have I gotten myself into? We have a mudroom off the garage. We have a bathroom off of here. I might need to extend it back out. Maybe what I could do instead is bring this in a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna try not to worry about proportions right now. I just wanna get the general layout. So with the seating room, it actually comes out past this just a little bit. Let's just get the outline, Matthew. Just get the outline. Just get the outline. I think I need to focus over here because there are so many more rooms. Let's extend this. And then we'll have the washer dryer there. Great room. The kitchen comes around over here. And then we have our bedroom. Have a little bit of a hall. We'll put our walk-in closet about that size. And then we'll bring this over. So that's essentially our primary bedroom right here. And then we have another bedroom over here that's a little bit smaller. Bring that around, and then they have a little walk-in closet. Then there's another walk-in closet on the other side connected to this bedroom. So they share a little bit of a wall. We'll bring this down. This is lined up with nothing. It's lined up with nothing. We have like a little closet of some sort off of that. And then we have our pantry over here. I'm gonna make it more of a cube. And then we have this room closed off. This is a little wide. I think we need to extend all of this out one tile. Now I think we're getting somewhere with this. Oh, that's because I didn't put the bathroom yet. That's pretty funny. That's why that doesn't look right. So no wonder the hall looks so big. Yeah, so we're gonna bring this in. This is why proportions just don't work in The Sims. It all just looks a little off. So I think I need to scoot this in, move that over, maybe. Okay, what if we extend this back out? Because this is supposed to be in line there. I bring this back out and I extend the bedroom on the side, bring this over, and then we just have to scoot this back one tile. I know that means that the doorway to this room is very tight, but I mean, to be fair, that's how it is in the actual blueprint. It's just like one tile. Okay, let's finally close this off. And then our back porch space, we'll say about right here. I know this is gonna look bigger than in the blueprint, but that's about what our back porch will be. Yeah, this is a pretty big house. Okay, so now that I'm seeing it like this, we can definitely scoot this back further, and then we can extend the porch. And I think that's gonna work fine. I forgot to put the wall for the primary bathroom. It's a little bit separated. Okay, so in a way, that's like both the easy and the hard part, depending on what you're working on at the time. So now let's focus on the exterior. It's almost giving me like taller wall height. Let's do a medium wall height. Let's pull up our roofs, our favorite part, right? All of us love roofing in The Sims. I'm just gonna pull it back that far for right now, and then we need to copy, we need another one that we're gonna put right here. Bring this over, here, and this one goes all the way across the house, and I need to be able to see how far. So it looks like the bump out on the side, it has its own kind of gabled look to it. Yeah, so it's in line with the porch here, and then we get another gabled piece that goes on the little room right here. Oh, that lines up really well. I'm not sure how far back this needs to go, but I don't like the clipping there. So what we're gonna do is copy this, put it right beside it, and then take the eaves in. We'll probably have to keep that there. Then we'll have that. And then honestly, if we wanted to get really specific with it, we could copy again and take the eaves off of this, just because that way we don't have this part under here, but we still get it on that side. Very little detail. That's because we're about to do what we know how to do. Now, we had a really funky roof line on a recent stream, and we're like, how are we gonna do this? What's gonna happen? We know how to do it now. We know how to do this wraparound. It's gonna be flawless. It's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be flawless. Look at us go. Look at us go. Look, and like, yes, I know it goes up to right here, but in the picture, it doesn't meet this perfectly either. So I'm not gonna leave it like that. I think that's fine. And then one thing that we need to maybe play around with a little bit is the fact that we have these dormers up here. I know they're a little bit closer on the image, but I think this is a little more symmetrical. They go pretty high. Maybe put it about right there. Copy, boop. Okay. And then we have some blue siding. Blue siding, blue siding. We do get some with the stone. It's not the right direction, but I almost want to use that. Like, I'm kind of disappointed in The Sims right now. And by kinda, I mean a lot disappointed. We have the stone columns. Now, we do have columns like this, and this matches the siding from growing together. I'm a bit conflicted because I don't know if I should go with the stone, even though it's not at all the right type of paneling, or go with something that's a bit closer to what we want with the paneling. It's just very dark. I'm gonna try this for now. The columns are white, so that's about right. Raise this up on a foundation. Go ahead, just get like a white staircase to put right here. I guess technically it looks gray. We'll put gray. And interestingly, we do have the siding where the door is. So we'll put that there, and then we get this really pretty white paneling. And this makes me think of the growing together windows. Not sure if that's what we're gonna use. Okay, honestly, the new paneling we got in businesses and hobbies is kind of the right vibe. It's just not as spaced out. It's just very thin. I don't know, maybe it is better to use this paneling. Let's use the book nook. We'll use book nook kit, and then we're back to siding. This was a gray, wasn't it? Yeah, like this actually is a gray. Do we get a gray in this? Oh my gosh, we do. We do get a gray. So we'll go ahead and put this on this little bump out. It's like a gray panel. Oh, we do get this. Oh, this is better. This is better. Yeah, this is way better. And it looks like we have the blue siding all the way down everywhere else. Oh, and perfect. That businesses and hobbies paneling that I started out with, that would be perfect for this. Where are you? Seriously, where are you? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's so close. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it on both of these. I honestly don't know if it's supposed to go on all of them. I think it's just the front one. So that goes all the way up, and then we get the blue on that. And then all of this is covered by a half gabled roof, it looks like. Oh, so this is supposed to come like literally. Oh man. Okay, we need to boop, boop, bring that down. These things are always harder than you think they're gonna be, even with a reference. Sometimes I feel like it's harder to build to a reference. It's like, you know, it's not gonna look the same. It's not gonna be the same. No matter how much you try, the proportions just are not it in The Sims. We know this. Even with items, we know this. The proportions are super wonky. Okay, I don't think that's that bad. We'll do that. Oh, whoops. Then it's things like this that annoy me in the game, but I mean, I don't think we can really get rid of just this one right here. So we're just gonna leave it. And I'm not gonna worry about it. I am not gonna worry about it. Okay, and then we also have like the gray up here. Not too shabby what we're looking at right now. I know we're not gonna get like the exact same thing on this, but I try to aim for that. Honestly, what if I did lower this back to short wall height? Okay, I'm gonna go with this door, and that's just because the color is pretty close, and we get this same kind of white border around it. It's a similar vibe, right? I feel like I'm missing a possible better option. I like the door from the SDX drop that we got, but at the same time, and it comes in that color. Maybe what we could do, because this is a little bit more grand, I think with the windows beside it, we could put this over here, and this still matches, and we could put that on the side. And then in the blueprint, they actually have the same door for the back door, and I'm thinking we could just use the well-crafted door for the back door over here too. But I think this just looks better as a front door. Okay, and then we have a column somewhere in this vicinity, then another one on the corner. Oh, this is further over. We'll put it in line with the wall there. Copy this, and then we have have it again there. Pretty close. Pretty close. Oh my gosh. I completely forgot about the fact that this was a garage. Okay, so I will say the garage threw me for a loop. I was trying the terrain manipulation, so it's kind of like a ramp you can pull up into the garage. We're gonna pretend for right now that's how I'm doing it. It was a little weird. It's gonna be okay. I'm probably gonna adjust the size of them so it doesn't look quite as weird, but that's what we're leaning with right now. I also changed it to the matching door here. It just matches the style a lot better. I'm gonna put this wall here just so I can put a trim. I just think it would look a lot nicer. There we go. Okay, honestly, this works pretty well. I might just do that. Whoa. Well, I'm back. I'm just prepping for that Back to the Future event that we're doing later this week. It's another day. It's the next day over. I'm gonna say I time traveled. So here we go. We're gonna dive back into this build. I know we have lights that match this vibe somewhere. I don't know if it's cats and dogs. It is. Yeah, I like those. I think those work. I feel like I'd like these better, but I'm trying to go with the style that it's supposed to be hanging, and I don't think Horse Ranch is quite the right vibe. And it looks like they have one like directly above the door. Okay. That's an interesting choice. Looks like they have a column at the very end there. I'm gonna move this over just to split the difference a little bit more. Oh, they're hanging from the ceiling. Okay, okay. I see what they did there. We need some boxy lantern lights that hang from the ceiling, Sims team. Get on that. We don't really have any lights that are like glass that hang from the ceiling. Just plain glass. Let's just use these and like size it down just a little bit. Looks a little weird, but I mean, I'm trying to go with the vibe. And then we like have these white trim pieces. So I'm gonna put this around the house as well on all of the corners. Gives it a nice like finished look more so, I feel like. Even if it's not on all the corners, I'm gonna do that. And I also kind of want one right by the front door just to make it look a little bit better. Okay, so let's head inside and see what we're working with here. It's definitely giving millennial gray. Let's see what we can do with this. It's a wood flooring. It's a little bit lighter than that though. Maybe the cats and dogs. Ooh, the for rent one might work. Oh my god. Why is everything so gray? Who in the world would do this? I might opt for this just so we have a little bit more to contrast. It's still a gray color. It just has like a brownish hue to it. And I think this is what it would look like more so in real life. Keeping in mind, these pictures are like digital renderings, but all of the walls are gray. Like, oh my gosh. I think every single wall except in the kitchen, of course we have like a tile, but it's like gray. Every room is gray. Gray on gray. It feels weird to do this in every single room. And it honestly just looks like all the walls are still undone. Like, you wouldn't think I have paint anywhere. It just looks the same. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna use the SDX cabinets that we got because it's giving me the same type of vibes. Please tell me we get it reversed. Do we have a black? We do. A black on the bottom with white, and then we also have the white on white. So I think these are gonna be perfect. So I know the scale is not gonna be the same, but they have 4 bar stools, and I think we can be ambitious with that. Pretty big island. And then we have all white everywhere else. Oh my gosh. We can't change the color of the windows on the inside, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. Yeah, this is just a little bit bigger. Maybe we'll scoot this over to be more in the middle or closer to the door. It is closer to the door over there. So we're just gonna have a lot of cabinets. We're gonna have lots of cabinets in here. And then it looks like they just kind of have a plain stainless steel stove. So we'll use that. That works. That looks fine. They have one more cabinet next to it. And then they have the fridge. And we can put the steel, and then we can like put the stainless steel fridge in here too. They have put a nice little hood over. Oh, I think we need a boxier one. It honestly is kind of funny though, like how closely these new cabinets resemble this. We'll put a small piece above the fridge. Our fridge isn't that tall, so we'll do 2 like that. I am a little annoyed that the bottoms for the all white have like the silver versus the black knobs on the top. We're doing what we can. And then honestly, I think shape-wise, the Dream Home Decorator ones work the best. I wish we had the black legs on them, but honestly, with the black cabinet, it's kind of nice to have the white pop off of that. Oh, I do not like this at all. There's no color. There's no color. I don't know. Maybe I should not do a challenge like this in the future. If they all end up being like this, that would be awful. Oh, the door is like, it goes in. Okay. Okay. That wasn't very clear from the front. That makes the blue siding not look as weird though. Okay. I like that better, at least. Okay. So this is like a big open archway, which thankfully we get that. Is that really the biggest one we have? Oh, that is sad. I almost want to just leave it open and put a spandrel or something so it feels more open. I'm gonna take some liberties here, and I think that's really pretty. So we're gonna do that instead. And then we have a fireplace in the living room. I'm trying to like get the big pieces of furniture first. I know this is weird, but I'm thinking Comfy Gamer. That rug we got with Comfy Gamer might actually work in here. Sized up. I feel like that gives the right kind of vibes and energy. I should just leave my gray filter on for everything. I just need my gray filter on. Give me a gray sofa. I need a gray sofa. Ooh, that one could work. That could be an option. That is not gray. Oh, what if we did this? Because the pillows on it actually kind of match the stripy vibes that we get in the actual room. So that's kind of cool. And honestly, it's the same thing twice. One is not a love seat. They're both full couches. And then we need some chairs that are also of the gray variety. I like the style of the paranormal ones. I just wish they were a little bit more gray. That one almost looks more beigey to me. It does kind of match the style better though. Let's just do it. Why not? Why not? So I'm gonna push this out a little bit closer to there. Let's just do this one. Maybe size it down just a little bit and put that there. Has some similar energy there. And I still need to put my, see, I feel like I'm gonna miss some of the drywall because it's literally the same color. It's the same color. It's the same color. Okay, so let's look at some mirrors. We need a black mirror that goes on the wall. Just a big square black mirror. Oh, I was really hoping that was bigger. Oh man, how do we not have a big black square mirror? You have got to be kidding me. We have this one. Maybe we'll use that and lower it. I'm not worrying about blinds. We're not gonna deal with that. So we have like a very weird black coffee table in here. It's just a black square. Do we get, we get a black square. It's not the same style at all, but we do get a black square. Ooh, actually, maybe the Casanova Cave coffee table is the one to use in here. And then it looks like we have a little accent table behind this couch, and it's black. Oh, we have this one from Seasons, so maybe we can use that. Yeah, we'll use that. Have the TV. Then we have like a little dining space here on a little square rug. So let's see if we can find a nice little square rug. It has a fun pattern on it. I just don't know. Oh, this one could work maybe. See, this is where you can tell like the proportions are a bit off. Oh well, we're gonna make it work the best we can. Honestly, I want to bring this in a little bit more, and that gives us more room to play with the dining space right here too. So we're looking for, shocker, a black dining set, and it's literally just kind of like a plain Jane dining table. This could be an option for the chair, and honestly, I think that's what I'm gonna end up going with. I didn't design this, but the designer that did, I don't know if they should really be a designer. And then we have all these hanging lights. So with the one over the dining table, I honestly feel like these from Life and Death give the same energy. So let's use that instead. And then for the island over here, we could maybe get away with using these, the short version of these. Again, I think that is kind of matching the same type of vibe. And honestly, I'm so disappointed that they use basically the same furniture over here. So this is the angle that's coming from. So they just have a sofa on this wall and then a chair. It's like literally the same chair right here. They have a little end table. We'll get the coffee table first. At least the coffee table is brown, you know? I've never used this, but I kind of want to put this in here. I'm trying to like match more of the vibe with the shape of it and the style. I feel like style trumps color right now with what we're working with. And this room just seems way too big for what's gonna be in here, but it is what it is. And we also need our floor in here. Just a blackish, grayish rug. Oh, actually, like that kind of matches the texture somewhat. Y'all, I promise I would never style a house like this. I promise you will never see me style a house like this. And then it looks like we have a big corner light here, and I know we have a table as well, it seems. Maybe we could get like the big fancy light and just put that in here. That gives us a little bit of interest. And we have this little glass end table. I might just have to go with a round one because all the square ones are way too big and I do not feel like dealing with sizing them down. I could just kind of scrunch this in a little bit more. That's not so bad. Maybe just do a little alt lacing so it doesn't look as weird. And then we have one over here. And then we have, I think in the same space, we have another one. Yeah. yeah, on the other side of the chair over here. Oh, this is a vibe. It's kind of the reverse where the shade should be white and the base part should be black, but I feel like this matches the aesthetic. We're gonna have that like that. And then one thing I forgot to do, we have this like chevron tile in the kitchen, and then from growing together we get that same type of tile. We don't get it with black grout, but here you go, we at least get the tile. And I'm gonna cheat a little bit and put a wall here just so it kind of looks better. And then I can take this column and put that there. Makes me want to put something here, but I'm not going to. I know it kind of disrupts the flow, the open floor concept. We have that one little area blocked off, but I don't know, there's something about the fridge being up against something and not being open on the side. I don't like the way that looks. It looks weird to me. This is how it is in my apartment too. It's like my front door's here and the fridge is right here, and there's like a little bit of a wall. So we have cabinets in the mudroom. So the mudroom is over here off of what will be our pretend garage. So we'll put those side by side. Oh my gosh, and the new SDX tile comes in clutch here. Boom, we have that in there. Okay, so we don't have this just ugly paint everywhere. And then we can get these uppers. They're more, I'm gonna put them as this like blue-gray color because that's what they look like to me. We don't get like under light right here. We can certainly change the vibe of that. So they're kind of hidden in the cabinet, but you get the light underneath there. And then I'm putting these countertops here to clip over just so it looks like it's built in a little bit more. I don't know, just kind of a fun, nice vibe put there. And then we have like a white tile flooring in this room, so maybe we go with that for now. And honestly, we don't see anything else in this room other than the door. So we have white doors in this house. I'm thinking that Dream Home Decorator, pretty much the way to go with that. This is like the only thing, the closest thing we get to any type of barn door like that slides over, but we do get it in a white and gray. So maybe we could just pretend, and we're gonna go ahead and put these cars in here. You know what? I'm gonna make the cars colorful to compensate for the lack of color everywhere else. And we'll put this concrete in here. Okay, so this is the primary bedroom, just given the context clue that I can see the mudroom from here. I'm not gonna put the same furniture, even though they do for these chairs. They use the same armchair everywhere. I'm gonna try to differentiate just a little bit, at least in the bedrooms. So the bedrooms have carpet, and so I'm thinking I can use the SDX carpet. It's kind of funny how useful that's coming in, and it's literally like this color. So all of our bedrooms are gonna get that carpet, and then it looks like the dine out tile actually in the bathroom. Like it's got a marbled look to it. That's kind of funny. So we just need like a really big bed in here. We don't really have any beds that necessarily look like this one. We could do this, kind of similar vibes to an extent. And then honestly, what if we did the businesses and hobbies end table, put those there. This is like the same one that we put in here. I like it better in here. Maybe we could put the other option that I had for the dining space and put that in here. This one, and I can size it up just a little bit, maybe like 1.25. I think that looks a lot better in here. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better in there. Okay, so we have 2 windows on this wall. That's pretty similar. We're gonna use those. And then we just have some recessed lighting. We'll go back and do that at the end. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. Now for the bedrooms, I might go ahead and try to get everything up. So let's see if we can find some pictures. This kind of gives this same type of vibes, and it's like actually color, you know, because it shows flowers and what looks like a dragonfly type thing. I don't know, maybe we could go like a more muted like that. I think that kind of works. Maybe we could go with this one, put it a little away from the door so that can still be functional. Put it about right there. Makes this room look super empty, but we have these things that seem to go all the way around, and then maybe we could put a couple of these on this side and actually hang up some clothes. I'm just gonna put some random clothes, and then we get this vanity action. So we're just gonna find some mirrors, put that on either side. You know, I kind of want them this way, be a little more inward, and I was like, oh, that won't be in line. But then you look in the picture, it's like those aren't in line with the sinks either. It's not quite the right type of sink, but the shape of the faucet is pretty similar. And then we have the lighting. So on either side, it's just like a very simple little wall sconce of some sort. You know what? I'm surprised, but I'm also not, that we don't get a wall sconce that looks like that, because that's like the very basic standard type of wall sconce. Everyone has seen a wall sconce like that. We have these, I guess. This looks like a ton of lights for a very small room. We'll go with it. And then they have like a tray here. I'm thinking we could put the tray there for this one, and then maybe we could get the pyramids of absorption. And it looks like they have a little scent thing, so we could put that back here. And I'm gonna put the plant on this side. And then in this room, we have a toilet with a full bath shower combo, which we don't get a lot of those. We're gonna go with the nicer looking one. So the room itself is a little bit too big. I'm thinking we could put it over here with the toilet right here though, so it's a lot more functional. And then maybe we could put like a couple of these side by side. Honestly, these Home Chef Hustle shelves look really good in here. So I'm gonna put those, and we even get like a gray. I'm just gonna put this over in this corner, and then we get more towels. I'm gonna put a candle right here and grab this little guy that I love to use. And it almost looks like a tissue box or something. I'm gonna put that and then put this candle over here. I'm gonna use some different towels here just because we've used the pyramid of absorption so many times already. So we'll put those there. Those are making me think of the life and death decor. Maybe we could just put that back there as a decor item. We could add some detergent over here and like some folded clothes just to you know, spruce it up a little bit. I'm gonna sneak this in too. Don't tell anyone. This is as gray as I can get with that swatch, but I want something else in here on the wall. And while we're at it, we could just put like a hamper in the corner. I don't know. It just needs something. It needs a little something more. It's a big room with very little in it. I mean, all of these are. But y'all know how I am. As a maximalist, I can't just leave it. I can't just leave it. So this is what we have going on so far. I mean, I think we're getting through this pretty quickly, all things considered. I also forgot completely to like look at the swatches on this. We could use, I like the chevron one because it matches the kitchen. So let's use that. And then we'll bring this in to the bathroom over here. So that goes up against that wall. And then this bathroom has black cabinets. Oh, which speaking of which, I completely forgot to change the color of these. Honestly, they kind of look more like this. And then the one over here are definitely black. So we'll take the same one and make it the black cabinet with the white top. Maybe we could put like a fun little towel rack above this one. Can get the same shelves and maybe try to clutter it up just a little bit differently. Again, like with the towels, maybe we could get this on one of them and do the black swatch. Could get a couple of rolls of toilet paper. Could get a cute little plant. Maybe size that down a little. Has these scent things all over the place. Maybe we could instead use this one, the incense holder, and put that up there. You can get a different candle to put up here as well. Got that one. And then maybe we could grab like one more bathroom clutter item. Maybe we grab this. You know, I'm just trying to like get away from using the exact same thing every time. And then maybe we could grab this mirror that I already used. So we're gonna grab the same thing and put it in here. And then this one has like a circular sink. So we can use like the very basic sink in here. We can put this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and put two in here because we can't put this in the center, but it would look weird to just have the one cabinet. So they can have a double vanity too. Maybe we could put like a tissue box, like grab this plant, size it down. There, it even comes in millennial gray too. And I don't know, maybe just like put some combs on the counter. I just want it to look a little more lived in than what we get. And I can't really see the floor in here either, but I'm probably just gonna use the same as the master. It burns. I'm gonna still put a queen in here. Man, I love how fluffy those comforters are though, and the beds that they have on this. I feel like we could get away with the life and death one in here though. Something like that. I know it's really, really white, but I mean, that's what it is. It's like a gray comforter. I can't help it. That's what we have to work with. Honestly, the life and death, the right kind of vibe. They're dark. They're more black than gray, but I mean, oh, they do come in a gray. We could get gray. That's fine. And then for the lighting, ooh, what if we kind of went with the new lamp from Businesses and Hobbies? I don't want the plain white one because we do get some pattern on this and I want to compensate for that with a little bit of color that we can get in here. And then we also need to still put a couple of windows on this wall. And then we get a little dresser in here, which is kind of nice. Maybe we could put something a little more substantial in here like that. So we have the gold finishes on the nightstands over here, and we get like more of that brown color in the lamps a little. So, and y'all, I don't see a rug on the floor in this one, so I'm sorry. This is probably one of my least favorite rooms that we've done so far in this build. It is so much white, so much. And then we get a color in this bedroom. Of all bedrooms, they give us a color here at least. A little bit weird. So I'm gonna select blue. Like, I mean, pretty much just blue. We'll work with this one. So as you enter, that's like the view you get. Windows here. But based on the exterior, it's closer to the end of this wall, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Again, proportions in this game, you cannot trust them. They're not your friend. They don't care about you. And then it's basically the same. We can improvise a little bit. Maybe we can change the color. Okay, I'm gonna change the Dream Home Decorator. One, it's like a nicer bed, but also we get a darker color bed frame. It is brown, but we get a really dark brown in this, so we're gonna put a little bit of brown in here. I know it's a little off for the rest of the house, but I think we can make this work for us. And what's so strange is that in the photo from the one corner of the room, it looks like we have a dresser, but then from the other angle, it's gone. So I'm gonna give us a dresser. Maybe we could do this one from high school years. Oh, okay, so from the top down view, it's like in the corner here. We could put this in the corner right here. We'll put it in gray. Honestly, let's just do it in blue. Let's just do it in blue. We already kind of went off with the color in here. We'll just go with it. We're just gonna go with it. And then I'm gonna grab just some of these modular shelves. And from the top down view, they are white. I don't care. We're just gonna like put all sorts of color swatches in here. And then I'm gonna put these shelves from the Book Nook kit in here for the pantry. And I'll put a few like little snack things all over the place. Could put some dog treats in here. Oh, we can even make the snacks gray millennial. Look at us go. It matches. It matches. That's too much. That's too much. Let's just like do that. That's nicer. We have the blue in here. We could do one there, do one there, and then over the bed in the other room we had 3. I don't know if we're gonna be able to like use this for all of them, but it could be cool to put some of like the more abstract art in there, something like that. And then over here, because we have blue, we can like tie in some of that a little bit better. I know the frames are like light brown. We're gonna just ignore that and focus on the fact that we at least put some pictures in here. And then in the kitchen, we can like put some fruit, a little fruit bowl. It's literally just plants. They have a fruit bowl and then it's just plants everywhere. I'm gonna put a little cookbook over here. I'm starting to learn that a lot of things come in like grayer tones. The little cookie jar. And of course we are gonna put plants. Put him over there. And I feel like whenever you go and tour new builds or something, they always have the snacks. So maybe we could put something like that on the island over there. Maybe we could put this on that table. We could even try to put these side by side, just like it's the center of the whole island. Put a little gray blue hue to it like that. Maybe put a nice flower vase on the table. And then we had some pictures. I'm thinking we could maybe use the Casanova cave pictures, put those here and just use like a more neutral scape like that. And then maybe we could pull one of these vases in. We need some greenery. Oh, what if we just use this little plant? And that kind of matches the table. Ooh, what if we did something fun? We could do something fun right there. I added this little bowl just to have some interest, and then maybe those. That's kind of a mood. And then we have these boxes underneath it that make me think of the Dream Home Decorator boxes, the storage boxes. So we could put some of these down here. I feel like I could probably get away with moving the couch up just a little bit more and doing that. You can put this little guy up here again. Get a little candle. You can put something like this over here. You can put the magazines that were kind of over here on the corner of the table. Definitely need the HGTV one. Or whatever. Better Homes and Gardens. Put a nice decorative tray on that. Plants and the candles combined there. Ooh, I like that one actually. I don't know. No, I like that one better. I like the color of the flower on the other one better, the orange color, but I don't like the black vase on that black table like that. So I put these hanging flower baskets, and I think that like livens it up just a little bit at least. And I might use this nicer outdoor furniture. So we have these chairs on either side of the window off the front. I know it looks really empty with just those, but I think the landscaping will help once we get to that. And then we actually get different columns on the back side, which I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. I don't really like that, but that's what they gave us. I'm gonna use the Get Famous ones because they're a little bit bigger. It only has 2 and it's kind of separated out like this, which again, kind of interesting. It's also kind of weird that the staircase is over here. We'll have that there. And then we actually get 2 different types of seats outside. I'm gonna put these bigger ones on this side. I'm gonna go with this, and they're like white for the most part. Go figure. And then we get a couple of these over on this side. And I'm also gonna put the flower baskets on this side too. And then we get a ceiling fan. So we can go with that. And then we just kind of get a very basic rectangular patio. So it goes out to here, but then it goes like that. Y'all, this is gonna kill me because I love landscaping, and this landscaping is not the vibe for me. Looks like we have a very similar plant to a hydrangea. I can't really tell, but I'm gonna try to place them kind of where they are. And it kind of looks like we get one of these or something at least somewhat similar to it. And then we kind of get a couple of these little bushes, and then we get some type of low laying plant. So this is what I'm kind of working with right now. I'm trying to take inspiration mainly from the front But we also get these like low-lying white flowers too, more around the other parts of the house. So trying to figure out like how I want to do this. I have to go more for vibes as we go down, but maybe we could get like a full hydrangea here, bring this all the way down to kind of outline our parameter. Then what we can do over on this side, I don't want it to be like the same design everywhere necessarily. Take a couple more of these and stick them in the center here. And this just provides us with a nice little outline, and it helps connect it all together. And then just add a thistle here and there with the rocks and everything. So it's kind of a vibe. And they even come all the way around here. So we can bring this rock out and rotate it. Grab another one of these and we can put that there. Bring this rock out. And then maybe what we can do here is kind of stick these out a little bit more. And I'm thinking we can make these white. Again, this isn't exactly what's in it, but I'm trying to just base my inspiration off of the front for the most part and a little bit in the backyard. Maybe we could put like a little tree or something like that there. Bring the thistle out a little bit more. And then we can like put this in the back, size down in a couple of spots to fill it in. A little more greenery. And I kind of want to make this a little bit bigger, something like that. And sure enough, it does wrap all the way around here. It looks like it doesn't go down this area though, and then we can get more of this not so tall or not so grass and put it right there. Grab this. Yeah, like the only color I'm really seeing is purple, so I'm trying to make sure that we keep that in play while we do this. And then what we can do here is connect it with one of these as well. I always like thinking of low-lying plants like connective tissue or something. It ties it all in together so you don't get weird gaps or spaces of any sort like that. And then I'm thinking we can do is get another one of these and kind of layer it in like that. We can grab a couple more stones, put that there, and put him there. And just like that, you have like a pretty luscious surrounding. And then maybe what we could do is tie in more of the purple on this side and bring in a little bit of the lavender. So we can tie that in. And maybe what we could do here is actually make it purple just to give a little more interest here, since we made the hydrangeas white, so that makes it pop out a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna kind of put this all the way around. So maybe we can at least make sure we frame it with these bushes, and then we can like add in some of these. So let's grab these flowers. I think here I'm gonna actually size these up as like the main plant to put here, and that's because that's how it is kind of in the photo. And then I can put some lavender here. So I'm just gradually making my way to the inside. So the idea over here is that it's a little bit simpler with just these, so something like that, and then it's like more lush on the sides again. And just like that, we are done. We are finished. So this is what the landscaping is looking like out here. Now I would like to add trees, but I don't see trees in the lot. So maybe we could add one like right here, and then so we could put that big tree in the back just to give it a little something, you know what I'm saying? So as you come in here, we have our living space with our little foyer, and then we have our dining space and our kitchen in the back, so very open concept. And then off of this space we have our little seating area, and that's where our other door from the front with the wraparound attaches. And then we have our garage over here, a mudroom off of that, and then on this little hall we have our primary bedroom with a walk-in closet and a bathroom. And then if you were to go back out here to the living space and then come up, you have another hall on the left where you have a second bedroom and then a third bedroom and then another full bath on that hall. Then a little closet space, you have a pantry, and then a back porch. So that's the build, and I think we did a pretty good job. So I actually forgot to add terrain paint, so this is what it's looking like. I was trying to go for like it's supposed to feel like a new construction, so you got like some splotches of dirt around the house and the landscaping is a little bit on the messy side. So I decided to upload it to the gallery as the Millennial Gray. It's a 3-bedroom 2-bathroom house, and I'll actually link down the blueprint in the description below just so you can check out the house for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun for me and really challenging in some ways, because as I said, I'm very much a maximalist whenever I build in The Sims, so I really want to clutter this up. It's super empty than what I'm used to, but the whole point again is more of the building aspect and just to practice repetitions and going a lot quicker. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said at the start, I'm very much a maximalist in The Sims, and so it's really hard for me to leave spaces this empty and also to have something that's so muted. I'm so used to using a ton of color in my builds. The Millennial Gray is not for me. Ironically, I used to love that vibe like 5-10 years ago. Not so much anymore. I'm not into everything being gray with black accents. I gotta have some color. I need a little bit of something, you know what I'm saying? And I like to do a lot of other fun challenges on my channel, and I'll link some of those down below as well. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Y'all, I don't even want to tell you how many hours this took me. It took way too long. Let's just say that. Feel free to guess down in the comments below.